What's up, guys? In this video, I'm going to be going over 3 toxic mindsets that you have to let go of. But before we get into that, like the video if you're wearing a t-shirt right now. Ain't no other reason. If you like t-shirts, if you're wearing a t-shirt right now, like the video. That's something we have in common. So like the video and become a part of the gang. The first toxic habit that you need to let go of is you need to let go of this idea that you need someone to be happy. I'm going to be so straight with you. No cap, no nothing. For a long time, for a large majority of my life, I chased relationships because I truly could not settle with this idea of being by myself. I could not be content with that idea. It was actually really scary for me. So I would chase these relationships to give me a sense of belonging that I could not find in myself. And I truly think that that is one of the worst things that you can do for yourself. That is one of the worst traps to put yourself in, is relying on somebody else to be happy. And don't get me wrong, relationships are a beautiful thing. It's an amazing thing if you have a person that you're able to share your happiness with. But notice the word that I used, share. You share your happiness together. You don't depend on the other person to make you happy. I heard a poem once on YouTube. It's from this other creator. His name is Jordan Green, and I hope I don't butcher this because it's off the top of my head right now. But he basically said, it's a poem that goes something like this: 2 parts of a whole, no, 2 wholes once apart, sharing our hearts with each other. You complete me, no, we are each complete on our own as individuals, our love the residual. And I think that this poem sheds a lot of light on the situation, because a lot of people like to say my other half. It should not be your other half, man. You should be complete as an individual, as yourself. You should be good. You should rely on yourself for happiness. I wouldn't even say you rely on yourself for happiness, but you definitely should not be dependent on somebody else to make you happy, because what happens when they're not there, right? And I love this idea of, our love being the residual. You should be 2 happy people coming together. You should be 2 people who just want to share that affection together, right? You shouldn't be searching somebody because you're afraid of being alone. Take that from someone who has spent a large majority of his life doing that, and you end up feeling empty at the end of it, is that you really have to find that joy in yourself. And if you are someone who struggles with this, I found one thing that helped is I did not know how to be myself. I did not know how to be Tarek on his own. You really have to find yourself. So one thing that I started doing was I created this list on my phone. It's in my notes app. And I basically said, what are all the things that I want to do for myself? Things that outside of a relationship, things that I want in life. It can be something so simple. Let me think of what I put on there. Something like just traveling alone. A lot of people think that you need somebody to do that with. Why you need someone to do that with, bro? If that's something you're interested in, go do it. Go do it. You want to try out this restaurant? Go to the restaurant by yourself. You want to go watch that movie? Go watch that movie by yourself. It does not make you a lonely person. It does not make you someone who is unworthy of love. Nobody's going to be looking at you and judging you, because everybody's focused on their own lives, man. Find yourself. Find who you are. And eventually down the road, you're also going to cross paths with someone who not only enjoys you for who you are, but complements the life that you live. It's almost like y'all were 2 pieces of a puzzle that just fit together and click. All right? So stop putting so much pressure on yourself to find the one, or to find a person to make you happy. Try and make that happiness for yourself. Find that happiness in your own life. Find yourself. And then, it'll all work out. The second toxic habit that you need to let go of, and I feel as though a lot of men deal with this, is attaching your self-worth to your achievements, your accomplishments, things that you've done, the people that you've been with, the amount of people that you've been with, attaching your self-worth to these external things. If you are a dude, there's a high chance that you have come across a video on YouTube that is titled "Red Pill for Guys" or something along those lines, or you've been introduced to the red pill and the ideologies that it promotes. And some of them, they have their truth to it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've bought into a lot of the messages that the red pill community was spitting out. But what I really can't get behind is, yes, society is going to push certain roles on certain people. Society is going to expect certain things out of you as a man. I do not deny that. But that does not mean that you should put your own inherent worth on what society expects of you. Because what kind of life would that lead to? Answer it down in the comments. What do you think? Do you think it would be better for you to put those same standards, those same restrictions, those same limits on your self-worth as society does? Answer it down in the comments. I'm actually interested to know what you think. You are a complex individual. You have your own hopes, you have your own dreams, and I don't think it's fair for you to judge yourself solely based on the things you have been able to accomplish. Because let me tell you what lies at the end of that road, right? And I think that J. Cole said it best when he said there's always going to be someone with fresher clothes than the ones you rock. Right? I'm trying to think of the song right now. But the song is Love Yours. Go listen to it if you never listened to it before. The whole idea that someone is always going to have more than you. And as a byproduct, you are always going to have less than somebody else. There will always be more for you to achieve or more to strive for. And it's hard to keep up with that. So if you are solely basing your self-worth, your value on the things that you're able to accumulate materialistically, right? Then based off of that scale, that means you are worth less than someone who has more than you. And that is not an idea that I can truly accept. I think at the end of the day, someone is always searching to fill that hole inside of them. And for some people, it might be materialistic things. For some people, it might be achievements to justify why they're here on this earth. For me, I find my acceptance, I find my value from God. And I feel more confident and more comfortable to say that and share that with my community now, because that's a part of who I am. It's a part of my story. You know, I get my value from God, what he says about me. But on another level, in the realm of being here in the world, is that you can also get that value from who you are. You are completely unique. There's not a single person on this earth who is exactly like you. Not a single person. And I honestly find some comfort in that idea. There's no one like me. There's no one who does things the way that I do them. There's no one who loves like me. There's no one who's a friend like me. You know? And I'm not saying that in a way to be conceited and say that, oh, I'm all of that. But I understand that I'm unique. And you should recognize that about yourself as well. So there's no need for you to place your value on these materialistic things that ultimately aren't going to mean anything when you're dead. So if you find yourself getting caught up in this mindset though, oh, I have to achieve more, or I need to do this, I need to get that, if I have to prove myself to everybody else, bro. Let me tell you something. There's nothing but emptiness at the end of that road. There will always be more. There will always be more money. There will always be more girls. There will always be a higher level of success that you can reach. So if you're waiting to get to that point for you to finally say, okay, I'm good with myself. I think I'm good enough now. You are chasing dreams, brother. You need to find that love in yourself right now. Appreciate yourself for who you are right now. Because there's no one on this earth who is like you. And the third toxic habit that you need to let go of is thinking that all girls are the same, or generalizing an entire group of people based off of a negative interaction or a negative experience you've had in the past. I want to make it clear, I'm not trying to be a pick-me. Girls, if you're here, that's cool, but this is a message to the guys. I don't want no praise. I don't want no claps up. I don't want no periods in the chat or anything like that. This is strictly a conversation between me and my brothers right now. Generalizing an entire group of people based off of one experience is not only stupid, but it shows a victim mentality. You're telling me one girl did you dirty, and now you have written off every single other girl in the universe. Every other person is just like her. She lied to you, so all of them are liars. She took your money, so all of them are gold diggers. She cheated on you, so all of them are cheaters. You hear how you sound, bro? And the reason I stress this is because I feel like this was a canon event in of a lot of guys' lives. We all had that one person, whether it was in primary school or, I don't know, maybe it was in your teenage years or whatnot. Some person that you felt very strongly about and you wanted to give them the world and all of that. And for some reason, one thing happened and your heart was left broken and a switch turned off. A switch flicked in your mind, in your heart, and you became bitter. You let that pain corrupt the inside of you, and you said, no one's gonna get that good side of me anymore. No one's gonna get that side of you that was willing to just leave it all on the table or to be fully true. No one's gonna get that good side of you anymore. Somewhere along the road, you decided, I am never gonna get hurt like that one time. I'm never gonna let somebody do that to me. Now, I'm not saying that you can't learn from your mistakes. And I'm not saying that you should continuously be naive. What I am saying, though, is it is not logical. It is not right. It's not justifiable for you to impose that idea on every single other person. Who are you helping? You're not helping yourself. I'm telling you that right now. And the harsh truth is, by doing that, you have descended into the victim mentality. And I've done that before. Don't get it confused as if I'm judging you. I may be calling you out right now. But that doesn't mean I think I'm on this high horse. I've done it before as well. And that's why I don't think it is a good solution. Some people are going to treat you better than others. That's just a fact of life. Sometimes we're going to get our heart broken. That's just a fact of life. But you shouldn't allow that bitterness to take a hold of your heart and basically decide that, you know what, nobody's going to get that good version of me anymore. Yo, Future Tarek here. Forgot to record an outro. But if you like this video, you might actually like this one. So I advise you check it out. That's all for me. And I'll see you guys in the next video.